am so mad at TikTok. Oh my God, I'm so mad at TikTok, but I'm not mad at TikTok. I am mad at myself for how much time and energy I have been giving it. So I am changing everything. Actually, I already have. I've been doing this for about a week. And I want to tell you about how it is changing my brain and it is also helping my writing. And I am so excited about this. I come to this because I was recommended by a friend to read Building a Second Brain by Tiago Forte. Really liked this book. I love a book about how to organize everything. And Tiago talks about needing a place for our brains, all the stuff that we input all day, all the stuff that we learn, needing a place to put all of that, a place to put our ideas and our questions and our thoughts that we're excited about, and a place to put our notes that we have highlighted in our Kindles and all of those things. So I read this book with great excitement. You know, I did. And I spent some time thinking about how best to do this because I've tried all the things. I've tried Trello and I can't remember any of the names of any of the other things, but what ends up happening is I use Trello and I use Post-its and I use my morning pages and I use my bullet journal, which is always on my desk right here with stickers in it. And my ideas are kind of everywhere floating around. And Tiago's argument in this book is keep them all in one place. So I decided to use Notion, which I thought I had tried, but I had actually never tried it. Notion is a pretty great place to build lists and things, and I made projects inside it. I used Tiago's Para projects, area, resources, and archives, that idea to set things up of what I'm working on, what I want to be working on, things that I am always interested in. And I don't even know what I might use them for, but I might use them someday. Notion is a place to capture them. So then I started reading a book called Quit by Annie Duke. The full title is Quit: The Power of Knowing When to Walk Away. And while I was reading this book, my brain was just lighting up. TikTok is something that I use because I talk about writing on it. I love talking about writing on TikTok and I love listening to people talk about their books and writing. I love book talk. However, I went into my phone and I looked at how much I look at TikTok. And honestly, it wasn't as much as I thought it was. It's about an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes a day on average. That adds up to 50 hours a month. And 50 hours, an hour-ish a day, whatever. I got to relax. I got to unwind. But 50 hours a month, that is more than a solid work week that I'm just given to TikTok because I do make videos, but I do a lot more scrolling. And that is stuff that is being pushed at me. The algorithm is so smart. It knows when I need a cute dog and it knows when I need a luggage packing video and it serves them to me and I get dopamine and it feels really good. And then I close the phone and I feel depleted. My energy level is low. I am not inspired. I'm wired and tired, but not inspired. It just doesn't feel great. It feels better than things like Twitter and Facebook, which I absolutely hate. And Instagram, has gone the way of the dodo. So TikTok has felt better than anything else, but I don't need to spend 50 hours a week doing it. So then I saw this video by a guy named Struthless on YouTube, and it was his video. I replaced social media with microjournaling for 1 year. And I love a dumb challenge. They're not dumb. I love a big challenge. What if I replaced all of that social media time with microjournaling? And I say all, and I don't mean all. And I'm going to get to that. But what I did was I dedicated a place in my Notion area and put it on my phone for microjournaling. And what microjournaling is to me is every time I want to push the TikTok button, every time I have that urge when the phone is in my hand and I just want to be on my phone, I open the microjournal. That was literally my bujo falling over. It's like, help, help. So I open the microjournaling and this is what I do. I put in the time. I put in a emoji of a face of how I'm feeling. And then I put in a number of squares that represent my energy level. So what I'm doing is I'm tracking my emotional state and my energy level at that moment. 5 green squares means I'm fully topped up. I'm ready to go. I can do anything. I can do laundry and do the revision that I need to do for my book. Smiley face. Yay. Huggy. Oh, I feel warm. This face, what this face means, the upside down. I'm tracking that. And then under the time, and the emotion and the energy state, I just write a few sentences about what I'm doing, what I have just done, how I feel, what I'm worried about, anything. It can even be just, and has been, I want to look at TikTok. I'm annoyed that I can't. And then I close it or I write some more. This is not taking the place of my morning pages, which are currently in this album. And, I just write a lot. I write a lot about my feelings in the morning. Every morning I spend about a half an hour doing that. And that's really the place just to let it all hang out, to let all of my thoughts come out. I am not editing them. It is just blah, word vomit into the morning pages, something I've done for years and years. And I love doing it. It's not replacing that, but it is in addition to that. And the really cool thing is that inside Notion, I can throw pictures in. I did this awesome video of me going for the first swim for spring here in Wellington. It's just warming up enough to dip into the harbor. And I did a little video. Yes, I put it on TikTok because that's part of my job is being on TikTok. And I do take that seriously and I will keep doing that. So here is where TikTok will fit in my life. After I do my morning pages, I open TikTok very deliberately. I respond to people who have asked me questions or left me comments. I have some fun while I'm eating my breakfast and I look at the videos that perhaps my sisters and my besties have sent me. I don't scroll. And then I make a video that hopefully is helpful to writers. And then my time is done. But then I'm at my desk and I can't look at it for the rest of the day. I can't look at it at night when I'm tired. What I've been doing is reading and microjournaling and hanging out with my partner and watching television, which is a really good way for me to relax while I'm knitting. And I don't do it enough. I would like to do it more. That is a piece of input. I'm getting story ideas every time I watch TV and it is hard for me to get to. So all of those kind of things where I am inputting stories, which is so important to me, is happening now that I'm not filling it with 15-second bursts of dopamine that I just can't turn off. I'm telling you that I spend an hour and 20 minutes a day on average for the past month on TikTok, but that means some days I would restrict myself completely and other days I'd be on it for 4 hours. Here are some exceptions to my microjournaling rule. I can look at social media in whatever way that looks like, and it's probably TikTok, if I'm sick, if I have a migraine. Otherwise, I am microjournaling. I am thinking about my energy level, my emotion level, wherever it's at. And I'm coming up with other ideas of things to do. There's a lot of gardening that I want to do now that spring is here. I've got these spring peas are just going crazy out in the garden. They're doing so good. And I want to plant more things. I want to read more books because when I am reading books, things like this happen. My brain just starts to explode with new ideas. I am not kidding you when I say that I had an idea to change a book that is almost done into something new and really exciting. And I had an idea for a brand new book just in the last week while I have not been losing my soul into TikTok. I'm using it mindfully. I'm using it creatively. I'm using it to help others. And I'm also really getting so much out of the microjournaling. And it'll just be another place for me to capture my days. And that is something, as a memoirist especially, that is really important to me. I love this life and I love being able to scroll back through it and say, oh my gosh, I almost forgot that I did that. That's amazing. That was really cool. So that is my challenge to myself. I'm going to be doing this microjournaling in Notion for 365 days. I'm only going to use TikTok professionally during that time that I have set for myself. And I am eschewing all other social media, except that I will post pictures to Instagram and sometimes send them to Facebook because, again, that is part of my job. But there's no danger of me scrolling Instagram or Facebook ever. That is just not a problem for me. And Twitter is evil and I just don't go there anymore anyway. So those are easy for me. But that is my goal for the next 365 days is to see where microjournaling can take me. So what do you think? What do you think about all of this? Do you want to read these books? Do you want to maybe do this challenge? Do you want to do something like it? Do you want to do it for 2 weeks? Do you want to do it for 2 days? And then tell me how it felt, what you might have gotten out of it. Let me know how it goes for you because I really want to know. If you haven't already, subscribe, do the thing, get on my writer's list because it's really cool. I send out amazing tips and tricks and I tell you about things that I'm doing like this. So if you're not on my writer's list, it's also linked down there. So Yeah. And you get that special secret 7-minute video that will help you figure out whether you are or are not writing the right book right now. So do that. I'm so glad that you are here. Okay. Let's go be awesome writers together.